All right, and then inviting you to find a comfortable seat. Wiggling around, even moving the flesh of your butt so you can connect that bony part, your sits bones to your mat. If your eyes aren't closed, perhaps they do gentle close. Check in with shoulders. Just make sure they're down and back away from your ears, fairly soft. And right away this morning, let's just connect straight with the breath. Feel the coolness of the air as it moves in through your nostrils. The warmth as it moves out. Maybe belly expands and deflates. Maybe it's not just belly, but it's belly, ribs, and collarbone. As you concentrate on the breath, you'll notice that everything else in your day moves to the background. If there's something pressing on your mind this morning or your heart, you might just tell yourself that you'll come back to that later. But for now, you're taking your awareness and you're moving away from everything in your world, all your responsibilities. You're just moving that awareness away and taking a break from all of that for the hour. This hour, then, an hour where you're attending to your own body. Feeling your own breath. And keeping all of that energy that is yours right within your, almost like your bubble. It's not needed anywhere else for this hour. Keep breathing. Keep pulling that awareness in. With your next inhale, you'll pull the palms together. Tuck the thumbs at the heart. Your fingers pointed up. You may choose to tuck the chin towards the chest so that those fingers now point up at your forehead or even the third eye. It's the symbolism of connecting our mind and our body, our head and our heart. The union that yoga is. Perhaps you use this opportunity to set an intention. Almost as though you're putting words in your mind's eye into the intention. Take a big breath in. Use your exhale to drop your hands to your knees. Your chin could drop a bit more towards the chest, just so that you can feel the length to the back of the neck. Feel the softness of your shoulders. Maybe there's softness in your belly. When you're ready, you'll gently let the right ear roll up and over towards the right shoulder. And your chin will roll to your chest. And an inhale, we'll take the left ear up and over towards the left shoulder. The exhale, we'll take the chin back to the chest. And to the right again, just side to side, real slow. And very often as we begin our practice, the external world is still kind of calling out to us. Their mind is remembering things we have to do later or thinking about the people we care about. And while that's lovely, I invite you to just come back to the breath. Let your awareness be in your own space, your own body, your own mind. Let it be with your own energy. Next time your chin is tucked to your chest, pause. Head hanging heavy, you can note the spine all the way down through the shoulder blades, down to the middle of your back, all the way to the lower back. An inhale will bring your head back to neutral. Your eyes can stay closed, but you'll take your torso over that right knee, around to the middle, to the left, all the way back and around to the right. So you're just circling real slow with the torso. Your sits bones both stay connected to your mat. And of course, your core is engaged. And you're noticing sensation in the lower back and the hips. Just gently warming up. You might decide to go a little faster with your circles. Often if we go faster, our sits bones will rock a bit. I suppose you could go just as fast as you want to go. Good. If you're going pretty fast, slow it down. Do one more circle, nice and slow. And pause back at the center. Roll the shoulders back and down, get long through your spine, lift through the crown of the head even. Just breathe. Awareness within your own bubble this morning. Your torso will go over the left knee, between the legs, to the right, back and around all the way to the left, so that again, you're circling. And slow at first, just so you can observe that sensation. Maybe you choose to go a little faster. Maybe as fast as you want to go. Okay, next time you're circling, slow it down. And meet back in the center. Long spine, feel the lift through the crown of your head. Roll the shoulders back and down. Let's take our head to the right, our chin level with the earth. The shoulders relaxed. Your right hand will move behind your right hip. Your left hand will come over to that right knee or thigh. Take a breath in. With your exhale, twist your shoulders to the right. And then just shoulders. You might even imagine that your solar plexus and your belly button are still pointing forward. Maybe your head turns a little more to the right. Take a breath in. With your exhale, bring everything back to the middle. Breath in at the middle, breath out, send your head to the left. Parallel with the ground. Left hand moves behind your hip. Right hand moves over to that left leg. A breath in to lengthen your spine. Breath out to turn just the shoulders to the left. Awesome. Take a breath in. Use your exhale, untwist. Nice and long when you're back at center. Eyes opening so that you can roll over your knees or kick the feet to the side. Let's meet on all fours. Our knees right under our hips, our hands right under our shoulders. We're going to do just a bit of cat-cow. And then we are going to move towards a flow and just heat the body. So when you're ready, your inhale engages your core, your exhale takes you to cat, tailbone tucked, chin tucked, back arch. Your inhale brings you forward to cow, tailbone up, throat and collarbone open. Just go back and forth, totally your own pace. We're just warming spine a bit. We do anything at all every day from our yoga practice. It really is to try to move the spine in every direction. So like the cat-cow gives you the extension of the spine. It also compresses your vertebra like a back bend when you're in cow, the flexion. And then if you pull your right hip towards your right shoulder, you've got a lateral bend in the spine. And then your left hip towards your left shoulder, the other side, lateral bend. Maybe you go back and forth a few times. And if we're feeling the need for a twist, let's lift the right arm up and out, straight out from our shoulder. We'll take a breath in, use our exhale to weave it behind the left, plant the right shoulder, plant the right cheek. Maybe your left hand stretches out in front of you a little, but you're twisting. It's twisting your spine. You may move your awareness to the spine and see where it is you can feel the spine twisting. Good. If your left hand is out in front, bring it back so it would have been under your shoulder when you were on all fours. Inhaling to lift up and weave your arm, stretch it out to the side, and exhale, plant it on the earth. Inhaling, left arm is up, straight out to the side. Use your exhale, weave it behind the right, plant the left shoulder, plant the left cheek. Do what you want to do with that right arm and just sink into this twist. Good, wherever right hand is at, bring it back. Inhaling, we lift up and weave, stretch that arm out. Exhaling, hand to the earth. Let's go ahead and bring it would be your left knee back a little. Right arm up to the base of your head so that you can twist and open to the right. And hold it here, just feeling now where spine is twisted. And moves down the spine. Nice, take a breath in. With your exhale, untwist, plant your hand. Your knee moves back under your hip. Right knee moves back a little. Left hand to the base of the head. Take a breath in. Use your exhale, twist and open to the left. And it's like you're trying to stack your shoulders or point your heart to the left. Notice if one side is a little stiffer than another. Awesome, breath in, breath out, I'll untwist you, hand under the shoulder, knees under the hip. Get ready to engage the core, tuck the toes, take a breath in. With your exhale, you're up and back to your down dog. So the feet can pedal. Back of the legs lengthen, maybe on and off your toes. Either way, your hips are high, they're back. And you're feeling the breath. Belly filling, belly emptying. Your head might shake no, just so the neck knows that its only job here is to relax. Good, do one more breath. Next inhale, we'll walk your feet up to your hands. And we'll meet at our forward fold, chin tucked in. Knees bent enough that belly connects. Just so you protect lower back. And then if you can straighten the legs and keep your belly connected, awesome. Inhaling to come halfway, flat back. Exhaling to fold. Bend your knees, arms out like wings. We're all the way up. Hands come up and together, sliding down to heart. Beautiful. If you're not at the front of your mat, come on forward. Your feet will land right under your hips. You'll roll the shoulders back, just positioning yourself in your mountain pose. Your weight distributed equally from left to right, from front to back. Take a breath. And with an inhale, lift up, Arms are up, shoulders are down. Exhaling, bend the knees, hinge the hips. Find your forward fold. Inhale halfway, it's a flat back. Exhale to fold, plant your hands, step your feet back, find your plank, high or low, totally your call. We're just gonna do a couple sun salutations, maybe sun salutations of each. So 2 of A, 2 of C, 2 of B. Take a breath in. With your exhale, shift your weight forward, bend your elbows, lower to your earth. Awesome. Inhale to get to cobra, elbows hug in. Pushing to the knees, our toes tuck, we're up and back to our down dog. And let's do 3 breaths in each down dog. And your inhale will either step, walk, or hop your feet back to the front of your mat. Exhaling to come to forward fold. Inhale halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms out like wings all the way up. Exhaling, hands together, down to heart. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge your hips, find your forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Stepping your feet back with your inhale. Exhaling to the earth. Inhale to cobra. Exhale up and back to your down dog. 3 breaths. With an inhale, our feet step, walk, or hop forward. Exhaling to get to forward fold. Inhale halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms out like wings. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, hands together, down to heart. Sun salutation, C then. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to fold. Inhale halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, drop your knee. Inhale, torso up, arms up. Exhale, torso down. Inhale, front foot back. Exhale to the earth. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Let's do our 3 breaths here. We don't always do our 3 here. Traditionally, I think it's just 1 breath in your down dog. Good. Bottom of that 3rd breath, if you wish, you'll drop the knees. Then it's an inhale that brings right foot forward. Your exhale drops your knee. Inhale, torso up, arms up. Exhale, torso down. Tuck your back toes. Inhaling, back foot forward. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out like wings. You're all the way up. Exhale, hands together, down to heart. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, front foot back. Exhale, drop your knee. Inhale, torso up. Exhale, torso down. Inhale, front foot back. Exhale, lower to the earth. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. You've got your 3 breaths. Remember that bottom of the 3rd breath, you've got a choice to drop your knees, but your inhale is gonna bring right foot forward. Exhale, drop your knee. Inhale, torso up. Exhale, torso down. Inhale, back foot forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands together, down to heart. All right, last sequence is our sun salutation B. So we start in chair, so go ahead and sit down. Yep, and you're totally doing what serves your body. Inhaling, arms might lift up. Exhaling, fold. Tuck your chin. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, both feet are back. Exhaling to lower to the earth. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, down dog, no breath. Inhale your right foot forward. Turn the back foot, plant it. Inhale, warrior one. Awesome. Okay, so square those hips. Take a breath in. With your exhale, hinge at the hips, come all the way back down, toes of the back foot. Inhale, front foot back. Exhale to the earth. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to down dog. Left foot forward. Back foot turns to plant. Inhale, warrior one. Nice job. Exhale all the way down. Front foot back. Exhale to the earth. Inhale, cobra. And now down dog, 3 breaths. This one's hard. This one's a lot. Inhaling, your feet step walk or hop forward. Exhaling to tuck in. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhaling to chair. Awesome. Exhale all the way up. Hands either down or to heart. All right, we've got one more of those. And we're gonna try to connect with breath. So get your mountain pose. Inhaling, slide to chair. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back, turn it, plant it. Inhale, warrior one. Exhaling, you're coming all the way to the earth, all the way down. Nice. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, turn the back, plant it. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale all the way to the earth. Inhale, cobra. And down dog, 3 breaths. Lift your armpits a little, hips high, hips back. Inhaling, your feet move forward. Exhaling to tuck in. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, chair. Exhaling all the way up. Hands move down. Shoulders roll back and down. Find your mountain pose. Close your eyes. And breathe. Feel the heat of your body. Hopefully your house is cool. This building, you know how it gets in the summer. It's hot and even like damp in here. Nice big breath. With an inhale, we'll lift our arms back up. Exhaling, bend the knees, hinge the hips. Find your forward fold, tuck your chin in. Nice big breaths. Notice if this forward fold is different than the first forward fold we landed in. If maybe backs of your legs have a little more length. Maybe your spine has a little more length. Inhaling to come halfway, flat back, roll those shoulders back, reach way forward with the crown of your head. Press your thigh bones back even and your hip sockets. Breath in, breath out, you'll fold. Plant your hands so you can step your right foot back. Let's turn it and plant it and move up to a warrior one. And if you want your arms up, fine. If you don't, maybe they're just on the hips, but you're trying to square your hips, square your shoulders with the front of your mat. And I have to turn my back foot at more of like a 45-degree angle. I think most of us probably, our hips don't just crank around. And so find that place, bend your front knee a little bit more, and make that front thigh, make it work. Good. So we're gonna take it to warrior two, which just means your shoulder and your solar plexus, even your hips move to the right. Your front knee stays right in line with those front toes though. And again, we're feeling the sensation, the muscles in the lower body working. We're then gonna engage them in a way that it feels like we're squeezing the bones with our calves, with our thighs. Our belly is gonna engage and pull in like we're squeezing towards our spine. Same things with our shoulders, our arms, if we have them out. This is how yoga helps our bones, not just our muscles. Yoga is good for our bones. Nice job. You can release your squeeze, just hold warrior two. Next inhale, straighten your front leg. Drop your arms if they're up. Roll your shoulders back and down. And we're gonna take just a hinge at that left hip with our torso still towards the right. Hinging down like you're moving towards triangle. And if you want, front arm can be down on the shin, down to the ankle, whatever. Good, bend that front knee then. Come back up like you're coming to warrior two. Arms will come up, take a breath in. Exhale to cartwheel down, drop your back knee, so to the toes, back knee down. And find just a low lunge. That front knee, it might want to go out to the side. We're just trying to keep it in line with our hip. Good, you're gonna bring your front foot back. So maybe you're up to high plank, or maybe you just heel toe it around, landing at low plank. Take a breath in. With your exhale, lower to the earth. Stack your hands out in front of you, drop your forehead for a sec. Relax your legs, your hips, your butt, your belly. Maybe while you're down here, there's a quick check-in. Left hip, right hip. An awareness of subtle differences. Maybe you're checking out shoulders. Inhaling, you'll lift your head up enough that you can bring your hands to mid-chest level. Hug your elbows in. Using an inhale, you're gonna press up to your knees. Let's tuck our toes and go up and back to our down dog. Nice big breaths. Our right foot needs to come forward. So drop the knees if you want, or bring it forward. Our left foot is gonna turn and plant so we can make our way up like we're coming warrior one. And so take that extra minute to adjust the back foot so that you can shift or square your hips with the front of your mat, square your shoulders. And then I know you know this, but the front knee is in line with the front toes and it's right over top of our ankle. And we're just holding. Maybe pushing back through that right leg even. So we've got our back hip, that's your left leg, back hip, back leg engaged. Front thigh is strong. Take a breath in. With your exhale, turn your shoulders, turn your solar plexus, turn your hips to the left. And you might need to adjust back foot. Of course, if you want arms up, arms are up. You're in your warrior two. And we're going after our bones now. So you're gonna engage your legs like they're squeezing the bones. Engage your butt, engage your core, engage everything, like from your feet all the way up. Everything hugs that midline like crazy. And talk about energy, like you're pulling everything in. Nice job, keep pulling in. Take a breath in. Exhale, you can relax. Awesome. Inhaling, front leg is straight. We're taking a hinge at that front hip, that right hip. Your torso still faces the left. Maybe right hand is on the shin. Maybe it finds the earth. Bending front knee, come on back to our warrior two. Take a breath in. Exhaling, you're shifting back like warrior one, bringing your hands to the earth, toes at the back foot, back knee down. And here you are in low lunge. That left hip flexor wide open, right knee right up from the hip. Nice big breaths. Awesome. Let's heel toe our front foot back. So we meet on all fours. We'll shift our weight forward a little like we're coming into low plank, but just hold it there. Take a breath in. With your exhale, send your butt back towards your heels. Let's find our child's pose. Nice, lots of work this morning, lots of flow. Body probably warm. A really good time for us to come into some stretches that will hold. Nice breaths. Remind yourself of your intention if you haven't already. We're coming up with our torso. However we slide onto the butts, let's meet on our butts. Our legs out in front, wiggle around so you've got your sits bones connected. And then you're actually gonna send your legs way out and apart. And our muscles are warm, and so we wanna think about alignment. We want our toes pointed right towards the ceiling and pulling in towards our shins. And this one, I think, Linda, you might be the only one of us that feels as though it's okay to take a hinge at the hips and send like the chest towards the earth. I can try to hinge, but really I'm just sitting straight up. That's what my body says is appropriate. And so even if I'm thinking in my head, like, come on, try harder, I'm just gonna Just gonna acknowledge this is my body. My job is to honor my body, to be grateful for it. Whether you're sitting tall or you're hinged, imagine that you can soften the pelvic floor. Yeah, even like relax your thighs a little, still keeping the toes towards the shin. If at any point a deeper hinge or an initial hinge is appropriate, go for it. And then remember, relax your hips. Awesome. One more breath. Next inhale will unhinge you. Use your arms, help your legs come back out in front of you. Maybe the knees are bent and you just rock it out or shake it out a little. We want to meet with the soles of our feet towards each other, the knees falling out and open, but then either scooting your feet towards your butt or your butt towards your feet so that you've got pretty good like bend in those knees. And for most of us, it means that our knees are going to lift way up off the ground, which is totally cool. We're going to grab our shins and just it's the inside of our thighs. Use the inside of our thighs to push the knees towards the earth. Roll the shoulders back and down. Keep your spine long. Nice big breaths. Maybe your eyes are closed. Awesome. Your feet are going to slide forward or your butt back. But this is going to give you a bit of room to hinge. Your hands stay right on your shins or your ankles, but this time they're going to help pull your heart towards your heels. Your shoulders soft. Imagine you're soft in the hips. Good, and keep breathing, keep softening. Okay, one more option is to either tuck the chin and tuck the tailbone and then curl down into this, or to weave your hands beneath your shins. And you'll still do the same curl with your hands, but it's like your legs again act as that lever to help pull your chest towards your earth. And you're letting everything be soft except your core, which is weird. Like, how do we keep our core engaged and soften our hips? It's tricky, but if we keep playing with it, we'll find just the right engagement and relaxing of those muscles. We're doing two things at once. Good, one more breath. Unweave your hands if they're weave. Engage so you've got your flat back, and then unhinge. Use your hands to help your knees come up. Bring your hands behind you so that you can shift your weight back and just windshield wiper those knees. Awesome. We're coming back to our butts then. Setting up for deer pose. So if you remember, we'll go to the right first, but it's as though that right knee is going to point straight out to the right, and your shin, your calf, is going to be like at a 90-degree angle with your right thigh. And then your left knee points straight forward towards the front of your mat, and that left shin is a 90-degree angle with that left thigh. And then we're just trying to get our spine nice and long, almost like we could eventually get both of our sits bones on the ground, which maybe yours is. Soften the pelvic floor, soften the hips. Maybe you could even imagine that that right thigh bone drops down in the hip socket. So I'm inclined to move some of us towards pigeon. If you're not in the pigeon mood today or ever, you're going to skip it. You're going to stay right here. If you're wishing to move towards pigeon, this isn't going to be like the pigeon where we're supported, where we keep that front leg parallel with the front of our mat. Instead, we're going to pull it in towards us a bit, shift our weight forward, and just send that right leg back so that we can roll into pigeon. Awesome. And that right leg is straight out from your right hip. And you're letting this be, it's a hip flexor stretch. Our pigeon, when we prop ourselves up, is way more than just our hip flexor. Sometimes this is too much on the front knee, and you're going to acknowledge that, pull on out. That's also the glory of our props, is when we have ourselves boosted up, there's not so much pressure on that front knee. Awesome. I know that some of you like to come to the forearms, so if that's you, go for it. Okay, so if you're on the forearms, start to work your way back to your palms. Check in with your spine right here. Check in with your right hip flexor. If you feel as though your psoas muscle, which is that deep hip flexor muscle in that right hip, if you feel like it needs a little bit more, we're going to add just a very, very gentle twist here. And so we would take our left hand to that left knee and very gently twist our shoulders. And I'm telling you, like super subtle, twist your shoulders to the left. Nice job. Take a breath in. With your exhale, untwist. Let's roll back to that left butt. Use our hand and our arm to help all of us. We'll help our right leg come forward. Nice. And we'll bring both legs forward again, both hands behind us, just so we can rock a little, windshield wiper, whatever, release that. And when you're ready, you're headed for deer pose, other side. So it's like your left knee is going to point straight out to the left. Your right knee is going to point straight forward towards the front of your mat. And then your shins are just at 90-degree angles with your thighs. And you're just sitting up, nice and tall. And probably it's different from one side to another. For me, this side is way, way easier. Nice big breaths. Imagining that eventually that left sits bone would be connected to the earth. Your shoulders are square with the front. Your face is soft. If you're going to move to pigeon, think about pulling that front shin in a little, shifting your weight forward, rolling up and over so you can get that left leg straight out from the hip. And then you're just hanging out here, letting that left hip be wide open. Paying attention if the front knee is experiencing too much sensation. If you go to forearms, maybe you're already there. Nice job. If you're on your forearms, come on back up. Really specifically check in with, it's your left hip, your lower back, and decide if that psoas, which is deep, deep inside that hip, it's a hip flexor. If it needs a little more, if it does, your right hand is coming to your knee, and super, super gently, you're twisting your shoulders towards the right. And you might even feel it, like as you slowly and gently twist, it's like extra length is what's happening. Nice. If you're twisted, take a breath in. Use your exhale, untwist. Roll on back to that right butt. Use your hand to help that left leg come around. We want both our feet out in front of us, our hands behind for support so we can just windshield wiper those legs. And you might decide to come to the forearms. We are going to eventually meet all the way on our backs and use the rest of our time before we relax. Use the rest of that time to really work on releasing those hips. So all the way down, your knees just windshield wipering. You could have your feet and your knees all the way together, or they could be hip distance apart. But those knees, they're certainly not falling all the way over to the side. They're probably not even falling halfway over to the side. As you do that, feel the earth press into those muscles across the back of the hips, the lower back. Your shoulders can be soft. Your face can be soft. Just side to side. Repetition is our magic when we're releasing. Next time you come through the middle, let's pause. Keeping your butt on the ground and as much of your body relaxed as possible, you're going to slide the right hip up towards the right shoulder and then slide it down. The left hip slides up and slides down, right hip up and down, side to side. These are hip hikers. And literally, you're as relaxed. There's as little muscle engagement as possible. If there's a point that you want to come back to rocking the hips, you might rock a few times and then come back to hiking. You could even rotate the pelvis front to back, like you're pulling the tailbone between the legs, tucking the spine to the belly button, and then lifting the belly button to the ceiling, rocking your tailbone back and down. Almost like a cat-cow, but on the ground. Nice. Just a few more breaths. You'll pause with your knees in the middle. Let them drop all the way over towards the right. And they probably won't be on the ground, but just as far as like your body lets them drop. You're going to keep your feet on the earth, but let your top knee move up to the center. Drop out and open to the left. Your legs open just for a sec. Bottom leg will catch. And both knees will be dropping towards the left. Top knee is your leader. Legs open just for a sec. Bottom leg catches. Both are to the right. Take yourself from side to side. And you might decide whether you go slower or faster. It's probably a personal preference. I think sometimes we speed through things and we really aren't aware of what we're experiencing. Just kind of focused on the end goal. So for those of us that are like that, yoga can be this really like mindful practice where you go slow and you help yourself to learn to pay attention to all the little details. Next time your knees are passing through so that legs are open, pause there. Soften your hips. Inhaling will bring our knees up and together. Next inhale, right knee comes in towards the torso, hands to the knee. Give it a nice gentle squeeze in. Of course, you could rock it side to side or find little circles. You're going to bring that right ankle to the left knee. Let your right knee move away from your body, maybe even your right hand to that right thigh. Just a gentle push away. You can either stay here or you can rock it a bit side to side. Or I suppose you could reach up for your figure four. Awesome. With that right ankle on the right knee, slide it over so you're stacking your knees. Maybe you rock a little side to side. Maybe you just stay still. Very mindfully uncrossing. That right foot comes to the earth. And an inhale, we'll pull the left knee in, hands to that knee. A gentle hug towards your torso, maybe a rock side to side or a circle. Your wind reliever. The left ankle will make its way to the right knee. We push away the left knee, maybe even left hand helps that. Maybe we're rocking or we're still. Maybe we're reaching for our figure four. Pausing in the middle so we can cross those legs all the way over. Again, the choice of stillness or rocking. And sliding that leg off so both feet meet our mat. Check in with lower back. If needed, those knees will pull up and in towards our chest, both together, hands to both knees. And we'll rock side to side, letting more of our lower back connect with the mat. Or letting our knees circle. You're just preparing to stretch out. Maybe you choose happy baby even. Whatever your last bit of releasing might look like. When your body is ready, those legs are out. And they're at least as wide as your hips. Remember, if you reach down with your heels and then relax, it's like somebody's lengthening your legs for you. The feet roll out and open, your shoulder blades might tuck. And of course, your eyes gentle close. And we'll connect right with our breath, just like we did when we started. If it happens that your awareness is called out into whatever your world looks like, you can remind yourself, not quite yet, awareness. Stay here, stay in the body. Like you're drawing that energy of yours right into you. If we pay attention every time we're thinking about something, whether it is our kids or it's the state of the world, whatever, like every time you think, there's a certain amount of your energy that goes out there with that thought. As we practice our yoga, we become more and more aware of really of our own energy needs, more aware of how to keep our energy in or to send it out, but to send it out very purposefully. If we don't want it bleeding out into politics, then we very purposely pull it in and we even redirect our thoughts. You send that awareness, that energy where you want it. Right now you want it in your body. You want it sweeping over your face and relaxing your face. Moving down through your neck, across the back of your shoulders, softening. Let your energy move down over your chest and your belly, down your back body, down through your butt or your hips, down your legs, whether it sweeps the front and sweeps the back, or maybe it sweeps in circles, like spiraling your legs. Body soft. Relaxed body, relaxed mind. Bringing awareness to breath then. Let your breath lengthen so belly fills and belly empties. Let your fingers and your toes wiggle or your head move. When you're ready, your knees will bend and you'll gently let them fall to the side. That'll roll you to the side body. Couple breaths there. Using your hands and your arms to push yourself back up to a seated position. We'll just meet with our sit bones grounded. Your palms coming together, hands to the heart. Chin tucking towards our chest. It's this place where we seal our practice, where potentially we take something from this hour with us, so that all these things that we practice don't end on our mat. Namaste.